May I come in, sir?
Yes, please.
Thank you.
Please take a seat.
Thank you, sir.
When is your interview, Mudita?
Sir, 8th February.
All right. अच्छा वो जो शिफ्ट हुआ था. Your optional is?
Sociology.
Great. So let's begin. Please introduce yourself.
Yes, sir. Sir, I'm Mudita Bansal. I hail from Ludhiana, Punjab. I completed my graduation in economics from Sri Ram College of Commerce in 2019, wherein I was also working in different ventures, including a startup named Pittal. After that, I started working with Boston Consulting Group as a management consultant in the social impact division, and have been working there since then.
Okay.
I take keen interest in Formula One and traveling, sir.
Okay, so with the same company for the past nearly 5-6 years.
Yes, sir. I got placed right out of my college campus.
Right, good. I would like to know more about your work. What do you do? What is your work profile?
Yes, sir. Sir, I am a front-end client-facing management consultant, primarily affiliated to the social impact division of PCG, wherein I work closely with bureaucrats, governments, foundations, multilateral banks on specific projects across different sectors such as education, medical education, etc. So every project has a unique problem based on the client needs, and we work very closely with them to find the right strategies and implementation plans.
Okay, so basically it's like you're the consultants to the government and the government sector for particular problems.
For particular projects, yes, sir.
Okay, good. Then give me some example of some problem that you guys were consulted about and you gave a solution to that.
Yes, sir. Sir, we were working with a multilateral bank who wanted to disperse a $500 million loan to 5 states in India to improve their public education from KG to 12th standard. For this, they wanted to identify the entire investment roadmap for the next 5 years, which was the duration of the loan. Second is it was a results-based lending loan. So what will be the disbursement linked indicators or DLIs through which every tranche will be dispersed. And so for this, what we did was we worked very closely with the principal secretaries and the state governments to identify the unique problems in each of these states, talked to multiple stakeholders including teachers, principals, etc., and then devised the most appropriate strategy which can help improve the learning outcomes on these 5 states. Sir.
Good. So what was the final outcome? Were you guys successful in getting the investment?
Yes, sir. So it was one of those projects we were actually able to create a consensus between the state government, the principal secretaries and the multilateral banks to create those 5-year perspective plans. It's actually the 2 tranches have already been completed of the loan, and it's in its 3rd year of tranching now.
Okay, good. What are the most important major challenges that you face while, for example, say this particular project on the behalf of the government, while talking to the government? What are the major problems that you face?
Yes, sir. So there were 3 big problems that we faced. One was data collection. So while now we have an increased penetration of UDIs and UDIs Plus and MIS systems, we were doing this project in 2020 and 2021. So data collection about teacher availability, infrastructure availability was very difficult. So the second big problem we faced was differing priorities. There will be certain civil servants who are very aspirational, but the state government is not as aspirational and vice versa. So finding that right consensus. And so third was finding the right outcomes for tracking, because it was a DLI or a results-based lending. So something which was not expensive but was also pragmatic, and creating that consensus was also difficult.
Here, doing a very creative job, creating impact as well, then why civil services, getting even a pay grade down? Why would you want to switch careers after having seen so many opportunities?
Yes, sir. So civil services has been something that's been on my mind since college, especially since I started working with Pittal. I was working with some amazing and inspirational IAS officers. However, over time, because of some financial commitments, I started working. But when I started working, I realized that I don't want to stop as an external consultant, because I can just keep recommending them work without having the power to either implement it or see that direct impact. That is the reason I want to make this switch, sir.
All right, let's focus on your hobbies. Solo traveling with a focus on adventure sports. Where have you traveled and what sports have you engaged in?
So I've traveled both nationally and internationally. Some of the places and adventure sports is, one, I did scuba diving in Pondicherry. I did skydiving, which is an air-based adventure sports in Dubai. I also have done some treks in the northern Himalayas. And so other than that, I have done ATV riding in Indonesia and Vietnam.
Good. Since you have traveled abroad and done adventure sports there, what are those key points or those key recommendations that you can make to the Indian adventure sports industry and more broadly the Indian tourism industry, so that the level of tourism attraction could be improved based on your interactions?
Yes, sir. So there are three differences or three recommendations that come to my mind. One is stronger regulation. The recent instances of deaths due to paragliding in Goa also show the need for stronger authorization, which I did observe especially in the Middle East. Second is, sir, creating tourist clusters or tourist attraction places. So, for example, in Vietnam, Hanoi as a city is an adventure sports heavy city. So people specially travel there. Something similar is still not available in India, even though the government is trying to do so based on the 2017 Adventure Sports National Policy. So that is something that we can do. And the third is connectivity. A lot of these adventure sports actually happen in some remote areas where you can immerse yourself in nature. The connectivity is very seamless in some of the other countries as compared to India, where we are still trying to build the gap, either especially in the Himalayan regions. So,
you like to analyze F1 race strategies. What do you do? Tell me more specifically.
yes, sir. So there are three big things that I do before and after every race. One is based on the historical performance of a particular company in a particular racetrack. I try to see how that company has been performing over the last couple of seasons and the races in this season to make an estimated ranking of different drivers. Second is I try to predict what should be the pit stop strategy based on both the length of the track as well as the positioning of the pole of the different drivers. And the third is more post-race analysis to see where my race estimates did not work out, especially due to either the DRS did not work well or was there a driver fault. So that I can improve it further.
Okay, the mention of Pittal has come quite often. Let's talk about that. What was your role in this particular startup?
Sir, I was actually the founder of this startup, wherein we identified this Tatera community based on the newspaper coverings in the UNESCO's list of intangible cultural heritage for Pittal as a craft form. This Pittal is a handicrafts community of Tateras in Jandiala Guru. It's a place near Amritsar, who hammer these brass and copper plates into big utensils. However, that craftsmanship had dwindled over time because of mechanization as well as poor market linkages. So that's when we adopted this craft and did 4 big things. One is we mobilized the Thatera community to form a cooperative group. Second is we got designers on board to re-innovate their products so that they can meet the 21st century contemporary needs. Third is we improved their market linkages through multimodality. And fourth is we helped them tap into the export markets. So.
And this research on medical education challenges you did as part of your job, I guess.
Yes,
So, what were the major medical education challenges that you could find out?
Yes, sir. So, we came across 5 biggest themes of challenges. One was faculty vacancy, which was extremely high in Maharashtra, around 40%, because of inefficient recruitment processes as well as the unavailability of a dedicated medical recruitment board. Second was the quality of medical education with very low focus on research opportunities or centers of excellence. Third was the indirect impact of drug unavailability on medical education, where there were only 10% EDL drugs being available in the hospitals. Fourth was the lack of digital integration, sir. Things such as LMIS, robotic surgery, AI and CDSS was something that Maharashtra colleges had not adopted, which we did see in some other states as well. And so fifth was just the fact that infrastructure of medical colleges, while they would start, but there were significant delays in construction of colleges or maintenance of colleges.
List to me the capitals of the 7 northeastern states.
Sir, I am unable to recall all the names at the moment. However, Assam will be Guwahati, Meghalaya will be Imphal. However, I cannot remember the others, sorry sir.
What is the renewable energy mix of India? What particular percentage where?
So almost 46% of the energy is renewable energy installed capacity, whereas almost 54% continues to be thermal power plants.
Tell me, what is the status of the Naxalite movement in India right now?
Sir, according to the Ministry of Home and Urban Affairs, Naxalite sensitive districts have actually come down significantly to around 20 in 2024 because of multiple initiatives, including the surrender movement and Samadhan initiatives. However, sir, recently we have seen that there has been an increase in the Naxalite activity, especially in Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, which is the red belt of Naxalist movement.
There is a green hydrogen mission. 2 questions. What is green hydrogen and what is the target of the mission?
So green hydrogen is the creation of hydrogen energy using renewable sources of energy, so that it can act as a fuel equivalent for mobility purposes. So first green hydrogen mission specifically, the focus is on catalysts and electrolyzers, and as but sorry sir, I'm unable to
That's all
recall
right.
the number.
The target? Completely all right. Tell me, why did the Indian economy grow at a slower rate this year compared to the last 4-5 years?
So based on the advanced estimates as well as the industry analysis about moderation of industrial growth rate to total growth rate at 6.6%, there are 3 big factors that come into play. One is the gross capital formation, especially by the private sector, has not been to the same level as was expected. Second, sir, is the fact that there is a base effect as well, because in the post-COVID era, there was increased government spending, which has now started moderating. And so third is last year, because of the high inflation, the private consumption did not grow at the same pace, and it is actually reduced to almost 6% even in the next year's estimates, which has impacted India's GDP estimate.
Are you aware of the Rajiv Longowala Accord?
Sorry?
The Rajiv Longowala Accord that happened in Punjab?
So is it the accord before 1966, before separation?
We'll move on from that. The drug problem in Punjab is quite huge. Tell me what particular agencies are involved in tackling the problem?
So in Punjab specifically, there are narcotics control task forces. However, at the national level, there's the Narcotics Control Bureau that's involved in tackling the problem. Recently, the government has also asked if we can create fast track codes for narcotics control in Punjab specifically.
The problem of unemployment is quite high in Haryana right now. What are the major reasons?
So there are two big reasons. One is the lack of enough industrial or manufacturing base, both in Punjab and Haryana. It continues to be less than 25% of the state's GDSP. And so second is the lack of industry academia linkages, which leads to unskillability or unemployability of the youth who are graduating as well. Third, even though it's not captured in the unemployment numbers, there's actually significant disguised unemployment that also persists in Punjab, which can be seen by the fact that, and even Haryana, which can be seen by the fact that more than 50% of the population continues to be dependent on agriculture in both the states. So.
Great. As per you, which is the economist or who is the economist that you find worthy of a national recognition?
So currently?
Yeah, if you have to give a national recognition to an economist, even posthumously or present times, who should be?
So there are two economists which have continued to inspire me. One was Amartya Sen sir, who has already been honored with the Nobel Prize as well. And second is Bibek Debroy sir, who has been very vocal about the changing economy in India, as well as the need for example, updating the poverty lines, etc. So,
Great. Thank you, Mudita. Please wait outside. We'll call you back.
Thank you, sir.